And we look ahead now to Kansas City with our friend Malcolm Koonce. Malcolm, before we look ahead to the Chiefs, we got to talk ever so briefly about Thursday night, which feels like a lifetime ago now because of the funky schedule. But I think one of the best parts of that game was looking after the fact, kind of in a historical sense, about all the crazy stats and the numbers and things that came out of that. And one of my favorite ones is that you, Mr. Koonce, are now one of only 5 players since 1999, Raiders that is, to have 2 sacks and 2 forced fumbles in a game. First guy that's done it in about 3 years. I know. So what was working for you individually on Thursday night there at Allegiant?
I don't know. I just was just out there playing, so I guess I showed up. It was just my day. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm curious, you guys are up 42-0 at halftime. That place is going crazy, surprising in the best way. You just don't see scores like that in the NFL, right? Like, what was the vibe like? What was the energy like at halftime?
It was just fun. Like, it was like everybody was hooping. It was a nice vibe. Like, it was just fun. That's all I can say.
And AP talked about it afterwards. You said, hey, like, we had our eyes set on that record, like that we knew it was something we wanted to do. Like, what was his kind of energy and message to you guys at the half?
Well, AP always, no matter what the score looked like, he's going to give you 110. So he definitely, I don't even think his energy even changed. It felt the same at the beginning, at the end. So, he just gave us 110, like percent of like how he felt.
That's what he does, right? He brings the energy, brings the juice, and now I guess so many great things that came from that game. Obviously, one game in the course of a season, still a few football games left in front of us. But I'm kind of just curious for you when you look at 2023 for you. Obviously, the stats are what they are, improved in nearly every category across the board, career high in sacks, all that. Was there a moment this year where it kind of, I hate the term like it clicked, but something you went, oh, okay, like this is kind of how it's supposed to feel?
Yeah, I do think I'm kind of going through that now. I do definitely think, like, I don't know, like things are starting to slow down. Things are starting to make way more sense than it did in the past. And also, like, I commend, like, Robbie and stuff like that, too, for helping me out, like, on, like, how my hip should be or how I should rush or, like, just little things. Like, and I feel like when I was young, like, not when I was young, but
You're still young. Come on, man.
When I was younger, like, it was a lot of, like, things about rushing I didn't, like, really understand. I just, like, thought, like, go fast, try to beat him to a spot and stuff like that, so. Yeah.
Patrick Graham told this great story earlier this week about he was watching, and he didn't say what point in the year it was, but he said somewhere recently he was watching film, like practice film of you, and he just turned it off to like make the point of like this is how it's supposed to look, right? Yeah. Like this Malcolm is doing everything that he's supposed to do in practice. Like for a fan who's not on the practice field, who doesn't understand kind of what goes into an NFL practice, like what was that? What were the things that you were doing that Coach Graham was like, yeah, this is it. This is how it's supposed to be.
I think just focusing on like technique and. Like, I mean, like, on Thursday night, you see, like, the huge plays, like the strip sacks and stuff like that. But I don't think that's, like, what really, in practice, is, like, the big plays. Like, the big plays would be, like, something little, like keeping your leverage or playing with the right technique or having the right stance or playing at the right body position and stuff like that. So.
Is that something that you're a little more, like, cognizant of that you think of during practice than you did, say, like, when you were a rookie?
Yeah, definitely. Because, like, there's a lot more, like, you're so much – of a better player if your technique is right compared to like if you're just trying to play on just straight like talent and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely.
Is that an adjustment you think for a lot of guys who come in like, and I'm sure you're the case too, right? You're a freak athlete in high school, you're a freak athlete in college, and you assume, hey, I'm gonna get to the league and I'm gonna be able to rely on the fact that I'm just bigger, stronger, faster than everyone. And you get here and that's not the case, right? Is that kind of an adjustment for young guys?
Yeah, you definitely have to let things like kind of slow down for a little bit and like kind of like take things at your own pace, and then you can speed it up. But, like, I don't know if you can – some guys can do it. I don't know if you can, like, just – for me personally, I couldn't hit the ground and just straight run it. I had to, like, train. And I'm also, like, very fortunate. I had a whole bunch of, like, good rushers that I got to watch in like early in my career, and then I'm around Maxx every day. So
yeah, I mean, speaking of Maxx too, I mean, a guy who's playing out of his mind right now, who should be in my humble opinion, in the conversation for all the end of season awards. But when you look at Maxx in 2023, and you've had a nice, you talk about you've had a chance to kind of be up close and personal and watch his journey over the past couple of years. Like, what's different about Maxx in 2023 as opposed to years past?
Honestly, to be real, I feel like Maxx is, since I've been around him, he has always been
same
the same
dude.
He's just like, I don't know. I'm starting to think that he's low-key like, you ever seen like the Terminator movie and like the flesh kind of comes off of him and they like have like the metal underneath? I'm low-key thinking that's my my idea about Maxx.
You know, it's so funny about Maxx too. Like, you know, we were with Maxx in Oakland as a rookie, and I tell people all the time, and I've told him this before, like, he's the same dude walking through these halls that he was back at 1220 in Alameda.
Yeah.
He's just got a few more tats,
Yeah.
got a little beard now, but he's like the same dude. And I think that like that speaks a lot to like who he is as like a person, the way that he was like raised. But like it's very cool to see a guy like that who's had all this success, right? Who's gone to all the Pro Bowls, has all the crazy stats, all the career records, and he's still like the same dude.
Yeah, he's the same dude. He's humble. I love Maxx. He definitely is like one of those like genuine people that like you know exactly what you're gonna get from him. He's the same person every day. So yeah, he's definitely a dope person to be around.
100%. And before we get you out of here, Malcolm, we gotta ask you about the Chiefs. Kind of a scheduling oddity, right? You've played them twice now in the span of like 4 weeks, which is kind of funky, especially for a division opponent this late in the year. But when you look at Mahomes, you look at Kelsey, you look at this team. I mean, the offense is prolific. They do what they do every year. Kind of key to at least trying to keep them contained on Christmas Day at Arrowhead.
I want to say it's keeping them contained. It's kind of just like playing our game and playing to our strengths and knowing how good we are and just making sure that like we don't like fall in the trap of like trying to match them and just kind of be ourselves. So
100%. Well, hey, man, whatever you guys are doing has been working as of late, specifically on the defensive side of the ball. Congratulations on all the success so far. I know we got a few more games to go, but really, really cool to watch you do your thing this year. Best of luck on Christmas and happy holidays, my friend.
Thank you. Appreciate you.